Good morning, everybody. I'm about to head out to the gym with a buddy. Sorry, he just probably texted me. But good morning. It's not late. It's still only like 9:15. But fell back asleep for a minute. I'm about to head out. Jill's just upstairs, still sleeping because we fell asleep way too late last night. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for coming with us, and good morning. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. So since I'm making food and it is like almost 1-ish, because we're at the gym for a minute, my food's done. It's just cooling down. But since I'm making food, I figured I should make some for Danielle, just so that she can actually have something before we get going with the day, and just, you know, actually eat something. Yeah, hopefully she likes some, but it's just so that she actually, you know, gets something in this. And I know this is technically her breakfast, I think. I don't think anyone would ever complain to have steak for breakfast. So honestly, I think I made it not that good. I don't know how much Danielle's actually gonna like it. But it's the thought that counts. Oh, give her her food. Oh, hey. I got something for you. I got you steak bites.
What?
I got you food.
Thanks.
I thought you should probably eat something. You always make me food. And I know I always make it bad, but...
You don't make it bad.
I love you.
I love you. We'll go put downstairs. I'll eat it after we
Yeah.
Thank you, though. I love you. I think I missed it, dang it. There was a fly on the door and she was jumping up to get it. I think you missed it, sweetheart. So big and ferocious. What is the first thing you have to make sure the nurse does before they put a diaper on our baby?
Clean the baby.
After that. Before they put a diaper. Yes, why?
Because the first couple poops are really bad.
Do you know what they're called?
Diarrhea.
Starts with M.
Nearly explosive diarrhea.
Meconium.
That was close.
I don't want to be that couple that they find out they're pregnant and then realize, oh, we have no idea what we're doing. My husband has no idea how a baby even functions. Like, he just thinks it just comes out crawling, you know? Anyway, so I want to be not the couple that knows everything, obviously, but I'd rather be the couple that we talk about things before it happens. So we've talked, stop. That's nasty, stop. I'd rather be the people who, like, when we first started dating, we weren't just like, okay, we'll talk about marriage when it gets there. Like, when we first started dating, we made it a thing where we like, okay, we'll talk about serious things. Because a lot of people kind of avoid those things until it gets there, right? You don't talk about marriage until it's like getting there, right? Even when we weren't ready to get married, we were talking about it and talking about the expectations we had and talking about the type of our boundaries that we had. We talked about the life we wanted to live. We talked about kids. We talked about working life. We talked about fears, all of the things. And so we always made sure that we talked about those things. And same with like having kids. I had a friend who she had a baby recently, and I was talking to her about it and just asking her questions, and she was like, how do you know so much? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, how do you know so much about babies and like all of that stuff? And I was like, because I'm researching. Anyway, so I keep seeing random things on TikTok where it's like, did you know this? And we're nowhere near having a baby right this very second, but I'm always like, Ty, did you know about this? Like what? Like little things. He knows that babies poop and pee, but there's so many people who don't know about like meconium and stuff like that, where it's like straight up tar, and after baby's born, you have to scrub it off, and it gives them like diaper rash in the first days of its life. just stupid things like that of what's the first thing you need to take care of, because I won't be able to, I might just be totally out of it. There's a good chance I'll be totally out of it. And I won't be able to look at the nurse and be like, hold on, can you put Vaseline on that baby's bottom before you put a diaper on it so that we don't have to scrub it so hard and hurt the baby, you know? Yeah, there's also times where I'm trying to actually be serious and Ty is walking around and he wants to be so unserious. Go upstairs. Anyway, there's things in life that you can't control, and I know I'm a control freak. We all know this. You guys talk about it all the time in the comments. I know you know it because of the things some of you say. So I know I'm a control freak, and I'm like, how in my most vulnerable state, which will be when I have a baby, afterward, what can I do to pass on some of that responsibility to Ty? To where I'm not sitting there saying, no, I can handle everything, you sit back, because that's not fair for me either. I do that way too much. And I've been trying to kind of back off. And so we talk about having babies all the time. We talk about what we want in the hospital room. We talk about what we want after. We talk about the things that we can't control versus the things that we won't be able to control. Like, after we have the baby and people are coming over and Ty's gonna have to be the one to hold boundaries and say, okay, it's time for you guys to go. Danielle needs time. The baby needs to sleep. Like, all of those things. Those are not things we're going to have to visit after the baby's born. Because we already have talked about these things. And we already, as unserious as Ty just barely was, we seriously talk about these things. Because I don't want to find out we're pregnant one day. Like, imagine I find out we're pregnant tomorrow. And we have talked about nothing. But that's the uncontrollable part. You know, that's the part that you can't control. And the part that I can control is getting as much information as I can. And getting as much preparation as I can. And getting as much understanding as I can before. So that in that time of unknowing, in that time of chaos, happy chaos, but still chaos, I can still have a little bit of peace of mind of, I've been thinking about this for years. We've been talking about this since the day we started dating. We've been talking about kids since we first started dating. I'm like, it's never been a weird subject for us. And so, anyway, we do these pop quizzes all the time. Of, Ty, what is this and this and this? And what is this and this and this? Because I know the answer. But it's important that he knows and that we talk about why. Because I feel like it's expected of the men to know all the things, but we don't tell them the things, you know? Anyway, I have a serious question. Do you floss your teeth before or after you brush your teeth? I always have to do it before. And sometimes I do it after, but I have to do it before. Because the thought of doing it after seems gross to me.
Why are you outside this time?
I've been doing it outside because I don't want to clog the drains. You get it, Nala, get it. There's a bug right there. Oh. Do you think cats can see their, like, past their nose?
What do you mean?
Because I swear they can never find, like, their treats, right? And she can't, like, when it's, like, right by your nose, she can't see it.
Maybe not.
We are just closing everything down over here. Our house is a mess, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not fine. It's not okay at all. I just punched our fridge so hard. Holy crap, that hurt. Yeah, we're going and staying at Branson and Mara's house because Zuri, her like due date is this week, but that was before when. We have no idea when her actual due date is. The vet didn't even know. So there's a chance she could go into labor this week. I don't know how much I believe she's going to. But just in case, Ty and I are going over and staying over at Branson and Mara's house tonight and tomorrow. Anyway, we have to make sure that she's not showing labor signs the night and the morning before. Because if she is, then I'll have to stay home while Ty goes and picks up my family. So. Lots of stuff, kind of chaotic.
I have to go grab food. But I went here first just so it wouldn't be as cold. And so I'm running to Cafe Rio. My tongue hurts so bad. We stole a bunch of sour candy and it like melted my tongue and it hurts. I know it could be worse. I do know that. Messed with my tongue a little bit through the next little bit. That's why. That is why. But yeah, I gotta go pick up dinner.
Got some Cafe Rio for dinner. It smells so good. It smells amazing. So Mara texted me and said, how's Zuri doing? And I said, oh, she's acting really normal. I was like, she's just barely eating. Her belly seems more in her hips though. She's being really lovey, which was one of the signs. And Zuri's not super lovey. You have food all over your face. Zuri was acting totally normal the day before she gave birth. She's like, she was running around, she was acting totally normal, and she actually ate at 11 a.m. before we put her to bed. And she had her kittens that morning at 4 a.m. So we might sleep in Kenjin's bed tonight. In that big bed under the bunk bed. Just so she might not have the kittens tonight, but I'm an overthinker. So I'll either be going up and down the stairs all night, or we should probably either sleep on the couch upstairs or that bed in that room. Anyway, she's running around upstairs right now. But knowing that information, that changes a little.
Oh, Nala. Oh, the Kiki. Oh, just the Kiki. Oh, it's just a good Kiki, huh? The good Kiki. Oh. So I had to come back home to feed the cats and just make sure everything was good for a minute. But I'm gonna be heading back in just a second. Again, just gotta feed the cats, make sure they have enough stuff to last for a minute. Yeah. I'm good too, those two just playing. You ready for bed?
It's 2:30 and Zuri's being so lovey. And I've been like Snapchatting Mara and she's like, I just barely Snapchatted her. I was like, she's being so lovey. And she's like, her nipples are so much darker. She's like, she might go into labor tomorrow night. And then I was telling her, I was like, she's been so needy today and like so lovey. I was like, she hasn't left my side like hardly at all. I guess we gotta keep pretty close eye on this one right here. As this one's licking herself. That's gross. Anyway, being super lovey and super needy, but it's time for her to go in her room. And I'm gonna set an alarm to check on her. Your babies. I felt it again. They're moving a lot right now. Oh wow. I just felt a full entire kitten body against my hand. My hand is just on her belly. She had her kittens at 4 last time, and Branson and Mara put her to bed at 12, so like 3 hours after. So I guess we'll put her to bed, and in like 3 hours, I'll check and see how she's doing. All right, Zuri is in her little room area. Now we just have to check up on her and see how she's doing. So my family is reading my book, right? My mom's been reading it, Mara's been reading it, Savannah's been reading it, and Lizzie's been reading it. And most of them are at like the same spots. Anyway, they've been reading it and I'm basically at the end of the book now. I'm at the chapters where everything is settling down and basically ending the book, right? And everyone else is there except Mara. And I've had like all 4 of them texting me and Marco Poloing me and freaking out all week. Lizzie just barely got to like the end where I'm at, really. Savannah texted me earlier and she said, I got to where you're at and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it all day. She's like, this is amazing. I literally am dying for the next chapters. Dying. And Mara said that they've been like a book group all day. Just talking about my book, just doing all the things. And so I'm really happy with the results of this book so far. The responses, I guess, is the answer I'm trying to look for. But I'm like really having a hard time right now because I'm like, I'm excited to start writing the 3rd book, but I need to space it out. So I can't just like hurry and finish writing the 2nd book and then hurry and finish writing the 3rd, because I need to be able to space it out at least a little bit for me, because what if I get the 3rd book finished in like July and I have to wait for 1.5 years to publish it? Anyway, it's a whole thing. I'm super excited about it. And getting it done this early gives me time to plan out the trailer longer, because last time I didn't get to plan out the trailer as long as I wanted, and it gives me time to better plan out the kickoff party, which is important, and invite people. And I'm so excited to move forward with it. Like, I'm thinking about sending it to beta readers this week or next week, within the next 2 weeks, which is wild to me. It gives me butterflies. And I know, I'm like, okay, September feels so far away, but February is already basically over. For me, for you guys it's already over, but for me it's not quite. But time is flying, and it's insane and scary and exciting all at once. Like, it is so crazy. Anyway, we're gonna go to bed. I'm gonna put on my hair bonnet, but I'm not gonna put it on video because I have to flip over and do all of these crazy things. So I'm just gonna end the vlog. Supposedly end the vlog. Actually, no, I'm gonna end the vlog. If Zuri ends up having kittens in the night, it will be part of tomorrow's vlog. I have no idea if that's gonna happen. I have no way of really telling if that's gonna happen. Apparently Zuri shows less signs than Mim ever did. So it's really just gonna be a checking up on it. If Branson and Mara call me in the middle of the night because they have cameras on and they're checking too, that's great, but you guys won't be able to know until tomorrow. So I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Always remember that you are worth it. Bye guys.